Good afternoon and welcome to Cobham Rugby Club in the heart of Sussex for this evening's match between UKAF women and England students. Kick-off coming up shortly at 5 p.m. Well, UKAF will be high in confidence coming into this game off the back of an impressive 5-try victory over North East women at Doncaster last Saturday as part of what was a fantastic day of action in the Military versus Cancer Armed Forces Day rugby event. But the team will have to be at its very best against an England student side which won 74-22 in last year's fixture at Aldershot. Well, conditions, as you can see, are absolutely superb here in the south east of England. As they all set for a 5 p.m. kick-off. And the match now being played on the artificial surface at Cobham after the grass pitch at the original Farnham venue is deemed unplayable due to the recent dry weather. So I think the players will be very happy with that, perhaps not so happy with the high temperatures. So there will be water breaks, extended half-time. Now, as part of the build-up, I spoke to both head coaches earlier to get their thoughts ahead of the match. We'll hear from England students Poppy Leach shortly, but first it's the UKAF head coach, Sarah Mitchelson. Sarah, you've had back-to-back games. It must be nice as a coach to get a slightly longer spell with your squad. What have you focused on over these 2 weeks?
I think mainly we would have been like cohesion first, like just being around each other, because obviously we all play for different services, and coming together for just 2 weeks is quite hard to get that cohesion and know how each other plays.
You defeated the North East Women's 15 last Saturday. What did you learn last week that will make you a better team this week?
Just a bit of patience, a bit of final execution, and trying to be just a bit more expansive than what we were last week, I think.
And you've made a number of changes to the team. New players brought into the squad, a number of last week's reserves in the starting team, and some positional changes. What was your thought process around selection for today?
A little bit more of who was available. Like there was different people available this week than there was last week, and for me it was giving everybody an opportunity. So not necessarily just what the strongest squad was, but making sure everyone's got an opportunity to wear that UKAF shirt.
And I think I'm right in saying 6 new caps in the squad today. That will have added a bit of excitement to the changing room. Yeah,
exactly. Giving those people the opportunity. 6 new caps, new people wearing a purple shirt, get to experience this, which you're only one in a million. You get to experience this, so it's just nice to be able to give them that opportunity.
You probably won't thank me for reminding you you lost 74-22 against England students last year. How do you ensure you're competitive today?
I think that we've got to focus on ourselves and not worry about what happened last year, but focus on what we're good at and make sure that we achieve the goals that we're setting out to do. And if we get success in the areas that we've talked about as our own thing, then hopefully something a little bit better scoreboard for us.
Sarah, thank you very much for your time and good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Poppy, last year's game followed a 20-year hiatus for England students. It's great to see your side back again this year. Tell us about your preparation for the game.
Yeah, so the girls joined us on Monday. I actually joined Tuesday, a day late. I was in Italy at a very, very nice wedding. So I came in on Tuesday, the girls came in on Monday with the other staff, and they've been together since. It's been a full-on week. I think off the back of last year, we learnt a lot about how can we make the most of each day. On-pitch connection being just as important as off-pitch connection. But it's been a really good week. The girls have trained really well, especially with the conditions. It's been really hot. We've had a couple of double days in there, which is hard graft. But it's been a really good week, and I couldn't have asked any more of the girls, and obviously all the staff in the likes of 40 have been immense this week.
Focusing on the on-field stuff, what should we expect from your team today?
Well, it's a bunch of youngsters, so they like to keep the ball alive. They avoid scrums and set piece like the plague. They want things to be fast and furious, which us as coaches personally really like. I think, to be honest, the group coming through are much less fearful. I think they want to throw the ball around and express themselves as individuals and as a team. So fast, physical, but also fun. I like the brand of rugby that they all play, whether that be for their institutions or collectively as a group. So I don't think it's going to be your conventional game. I think it's going to be a little bit different, but that's the way that the women's game is going, so it's something to be excited about.
And lastly, tell us about your selection. Any players returning from last year? Any England stars of the future we should look out for?
Well, obviously they're all England stars for the future. We've got a couple coming back. So the likes of Erin Sinclair, who's starting in the second row today, she'll be calling the line out. and she's had a really good training week. The likes of Hannah Sams coming back from a shoulder injury. She's been out for, she said to me something like 278 days or something. So what a day to come back in 35 degrees heat on a rubber crumb. So it'd be good to see her play, but lots of future stars in there. Captains Eva, who actually is Irish qualified, who I think should be pulling on that green jersey hopefully in her future as well. And the likes of Ellie Roberts have been outstanding this week. Sarah from Loughborough I've been really impressed with. Backline is an absolute force to be reckoned with. So lots of future stars, and hopefully the likes of, you know, the top of the food chain in the RFU see these players and think actually it's time for those guys to get a look in, especially with the Lions, the next World Cup cycle coming up. I think England and other nations have some really exciting players coming through their pathways.
Thank you very much, Poppy. Go well today.
Thank you.
The thoughts there of England students assistant coach Poppy Leach, and before that UKAF women head coach Warrant Officer Class 2 Sarah Mitchelson. So the players not yet out on the pitch, so let's have a look through both sides. UKAF first of all, and Sarah Mitchelson names a side featuring 6 new caps. In the front row, Sarah Bartley and Emily Russell, the 2 props promoted from the bench last week at Doncaster. Sam West starts once again at hooker. In the second row, Rowan Sinclair is alongside Heidi Silcox, and in the back row, Ella Frau, another player promoted from the bench, alongside Bethany Wilcox, and one of the try scorers, Ella Johnson. An all-new half-back pairing, Josie Parnaby and Philippa Griffiths. In the centre, Jade Mullen moves out one place and she'll partner Megan Griffiths. And in back 3 of Hannah McCabe, Courtney Pursglove and Jess McCauley. 4 new caps on the bench, Jenna Hughes, Lauren Evans, Lottie Ball and Flo Mullett. UKAF coming out onto the pitch. We'll bring you the England students side just shortly, but the sides will line up for the national anthem over on the other side of the pitch from where we're stationed. And England students now coming out, led by their co-captains Ellie Roberts, the number 8, and Eva Sterrett, the left wing. And I am alongside in commentary today Amy Dale, last year's England students co-captain. We'll get the thoughts of Amy just shortly. The referee today, Rob Hitch. We'll take a break from commentary now for the national anthem. I look through the England student side now. Lucy Ward, Alana Bainbridge and Hannah Sams in the front row. Erin Sinclair partners Martha Green in the middle row, and in the back row it's Izzy Newne-Smith, Sarah Shrestha and Ellie Roberts. Sarah Moulton partners Rebecca Johnson at half-back. Sophie Langford is alongside Molly Allen in the centres. In the back 3, co-captain Eva Sterrett, joined by Nicola Davenhill and Morgan Burke. The referee just being given his microphone. Very quickly then get the thoughts of Amy Dale, one of last year's England students co-captains.
Yeah, it's a great fixture today. I think a lot of the girls work a lot through the season for this opportunity, and what an opportunity it is. to play with the badge in your chest, something they can be really proud of, so it'll be a good fixture.
Well, Rob Hitch seems to be all kitted up, just checking that UKAF in their purple strips ready to receive. Gets the match underway as England students to kick off. First possession to UKAF and hit hard just outside their 22. Scrum half Josie Parnaby winning her first UKAF cap today.
Outside.
Just setting up. Firing that ball back to Philippa Griffiths. One of the new caps just sends that ball downfield, gathered by Morgan Burke at the back for England students through the hands of Eva Sterrett. As the students look to attack down the far touchline, Sophie Langford. And England students threatening in the first minute of this game into the UKAF 22. UKAF desperately trying to reorganise in defence. As Eva Sterrett calling for the ball across just in front of our commentary position, but students keeping things tight for now, attacking through the forwards. Now they look to go a bit wider. Rebecca Jackson out to the centres, and good footwork.
Roll purple.
Sophie Langford. A penalty awarded to England students. And Sophie Langford threatens to go quickly. I think Rebecca Jackson will just be asked to put this ball into the corner.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't find touch. And all just a bit panicky. Was that carried back? I think it was carried back, in fact, by UKAF. So Jackson not finding touch, but it's worked out in the end, because it will be a scrum 5 metres out for England students. A fantastic attacking position.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Sophie Moulton to feed the scrum, which will be reset. Referee not happy with the first attempt.
Same mark. Yeah. Let's work hard, okay? Same mark. Let's make sure we don't go early, okay? And you work hard on the angle.
Take two, Sarah Bartley, Sam West and Emily Russell in that UKAF front row.
Crouch.
Against Lucy Ward, Alana Bainbridge and Anna Sams.
Set.
Nellie Roberts at the base for England students. A solid scrum whipped away out to the back division. There's space out there already, and the run by Eva Sterrett, who will go in, the co-captain, the left wing, draws first blood for England students.
I think that's a really great try. I think they've been told to look at the freedom of play, and she saw a gap right there and she went through it, so that's a great try by Eva there.
Well, England students striking from the scrum. A long pass from Sophie Moulton, and just causing confusion in the backfield. Erin Sinclair looks like second row will be taking the conversions. Just stabs that ball. Well, it's gone past the right hand upright, so unable to add the extras, but it's England students who lead by 5 points to nil after 3 minutes.
I've played with Erin a lot at Hartpury University, and I know she's a great kicker, so I'm glad to see her get the opportunity today to kick, so good for her.
So Eva Sterrett, the England students left wing, with the first try of the game. Remember, the student side winning 74-22 last year at Aldershot. They've spent the week training alongside, well, not alongside UKAF, I think they've trained separately, but at the same venue. So England students with possession again. This time it's Lucy Ward, Elise head prop. Good quick ball. UKAF coming up quickly. Tackle made by Rowan Sinclair. Footwork and the offload by Izzy Newnes-Smith. He's keeping this UKAF defence moving, and out it goes to the left wing again. And Josie Farnaby has to come up. In fact, it's Jess McCauley coming up to make that tackle, but quickly recycled, and once again Lucy Ward, a strong carry, makes good ground there, out by Sophie Moulton. Rebecca Jackson, and England students finding space on both sides of the pitch. Morgan Burke with the pass, taken down inside the UKAF 22, Sophie Moulton, but the speed of the ball causing this UKAF defence all sorts of problems in the opening stages of this match. Erin Sinclair makes another 5 metres or so, and deep into the 22 now. Moulton to Jackson again. Ball couldn't be taken though by Molly Allen.
Roll purple.
Just gives UKAF an extra second or two to reset their defence, allows them to come forward.
No, wait,
the
no.
tackle there. Moulton out again. It's Nicola Davenhill. They've created space down the right hand touchline. Stopped just short. I think the flag goes up over on the far side. It'll be a UKAF throw into the line out, but England students looking very threatening again.
Yeah. White to your mark. Purple ball.
It's going to be good to see how this line-out goes now, being the first of the game. See how UKAF can respond to being 5 metres out from their own try line. So
Let's go,
this will be a
purple.
good test.
So Sam West tries to find Rowan Sinclair at the front of the line out. Can be taken cleanly, but it's in UKAF possession.
Used.
To just set up the clearing kick. Philippa Griffiths bangs that ball into touch, but still inside the UKAF 22. Alana Bainbridge can't find her jumper. So UKAF in possession again, but still inside their 22. Perhaps look to run out on this occasion. Well, no, setting up again for the kick. Parnaby back to Griffiths. Finds touch just a little further down that UKAF left touchline, but still inside their 22. Taken by Ellie Roberts.
Don't change on the outside.
For England students.
Broken away.
And the forwards piling into the breakdown. Students breaking away. About 15 metres out. Looking for that second try. Straightening there, Sophie Langford. And the England students within 5 now. Keeping it tight. The tackle couldn't be made by Ella Johnson, and England students do go in for try number 2.
We can already see that 8 minutes in, both sides are fronting up physically. England unis are putting in some great carries. Our forwards are leading well, some dominant collisions, which gives us front football and allows the backs to go and finish tries off there under the posts.
Another look at it there. We'll confirm the try scorer for you in just a second, but Erin Sinclair lining up her second conversion attempt of the match. She's pushed her first past the right hand upright, but this time raises the flags, adds the extras. It's UKAF 0, England students 12 with about 9.5 minutes played.
Yeah, we'll play on. He's out the way.
And we can confirm it was Sarah Shrestha, England students open side flanker, Loughborough University player. This is side with 6 players from the University of Exeter, 5 from each of Brunel and Hartpury, and 2 from Loughborough, 1 from each of Bristol, Surrey, Newcastle, Cardiff Met and the University of Law. So an eclectic selection. Amy, you'll maybe know a bit about how it was selected, I assume from just the various Bucks sides. Was it the coaches put people forward, or have the head coaches been travelling the country watching?
Yeah, so the coaches put people forward for this, and Andrew Ford as well will talk to a lot of the coaches from the university teams. I think what's good to see is that we've got a couple players involved in this fixture that aren't in the Bucks Super League as well. So being able to get noticed in those leagues is exceptional and a great opportunity for them as well.
Okay, tunnel. Ball's good.
Pressure coming on from the UKAF scrum, but cleanly away from the set piece by England students, making good ground again down that right hand touchline. There's a thumping tackle though. Back it goes to the forwards, wrestle to deck. William Sinclair again involved in defensive duties. Martha Green, the latest ball carrier for England students, when that ball just drifting forward. As I mentioned, Amy, you were co-captain last year. I think there's 1 or 2 players who have returned to the England student side this year who featured last year at Aldershot.
Yeah, I worked very closely with Hannah Sams, Hannah being the prop, me being the hooker there, and building those connections, building those relationships. In the first year, it's great to see her come back and, as a senior player now, really implement what she thought into this season. Same with Erin Sinclair, a great player at Hartpury University, very dependable, strong forward carrier, so it's good to see her shine in this as well. So that ball just coming back out the tunnel. So reset with Josie Parnaby, one of the 6 new caps in the squad. 2 in the starting side, the 2 halfbacks. Quickly form a connection, picked up at the base by Ella Johnson, who scored from a scrum last week at Doncaster. Somewhat closer to the try line. It's kicked through and difficult for Morgan Burke, and she's caught well by Courtney Pursglove, one of the try scorers last week. But away go the England students this time. Izzy Newnes-Smith and up over 10 metre line, still going the blindside flanker, eventually taken down by Hannah McCabe.
Hands out, purple.
But the students again finding themselves inside the UKAF 22. Rebecca Jackson goes into contact. Moulton again releasing players down that right hand touchline. Back they come to Lucy Ward, very willing ball carrier. Once more Eva Sterrett calling for the ball out here on the left hand touchline. Working along with Morgan Burke, but we'll come back for a penalty. UKAF offside.
Yeah, I think this is a great decision here to take the line out. I think scrums have been a fairly even contest, so I think it's good to get the line out, get stability, and hopefully drive them more with the hooker scoring in the corner. But I suppose I'm biased as well.
Cheers, Martin.
The hooker is Alana Bainbridge, sole representative of the University of Law. Get a bit of movement, but thrown to the middle.
Tackles made back here.
Been disrupted by UKAF. It has. A bit of disconnect in the maul there, but it's still with England students. Quick glance to the right, and then Moulton sends the ball out to the left, thrown over the top. Well, almost the intercept, but it's landed in the hands of Morgan Burke. Jess McCauley came out the line almost with the intercept, but Morgan Burke and Cardiff Met goes in for England students' third try.
Yes, if they ask, they broke away at the back tackles.
The defence from the UKAF women there, the UKAF forwards, to defend that maul was outstanding. They managed to disrupt it. We could see that England uni students had some momentum, so the fact that they disrupted that allows them to gain some sort of momentum, but a great finish in the corner.
Alana Bainbridge accurate at the line out. The maul didn't quite work as planned as the backs were released over in the corner through Morgan Burke. Erin Sinclair unsuccessful with her third conversion attempt, but England students now with a very healthy 17-0 advantage.
I think that's really unfortunate for that UKAF winger there. If she got her hands on the ball, she had a whole pitch of space ahead of her. So good bravery to challenge it and to go for it, but unfortunately just didn't pay off for her.
She was certainly up against it. It was a 2-1. I think it was our only option, our best option, and it almost came off, but couldn't take the ball cleanly. And fortunately for Morgan Burke, the ball ended up in her hands, and she goes in for the third try. The two earlier scores from Sarah Shrestha and Eva Sterrett.
Option, scrum, kick.
Mistake from the restart, that goes out on the full over on the far side. Perhaps see the shelters that have been put up over on the far side just for the coaching teams and the replacements. It really is very, very warm here. As we mentioned, we will have a short break for water in around about 3 or 4 minutes.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Sophie Moulton releasing that English students back division again. This time down the left flank, and Eva Sterrett again taken down by Courtney Pursglove. Students once more in the fringes of that UKAF 22. Martha Green again with a strong carry, and UKAF short of defenders down this left hand side. Lovely handling skills. Morgan Burke though unable to find Molly Allen. No knock on though, it's still with the students, and out to Rebecca Jackson. Just drops the ball off short to one of the forwards. Quick ball once more for Sophie Moulton. Sophie Langford this time not taking the ball with her. UKAF will be desperate to slow down the students' ball because the speed with which they're playing is just too much for the UKAF defence to handle for now.
Yeah, we can see that the speed of ball at the ruck is lightning quick, so I think that's definitely UKAF have to look at, slowing it down, disrupting it as much as they can to take the momentum out of the England side.
Rebecca Jackson wearing 10 there. Once again just prods that ball into touch. Just to the left of our commentary position, just inside the UKAF 22.
She's taken out. Wait. You need to go off the pitch until it's taken out. We're going to continue. Thank you. Let's go.
No hurry here. Alana Bainbridge again to throw. Let's go straight to the front, and again England students will set up the maul through the hands of Erin Sinclair. Back to Alana Bainbridge. Maul still marching forward, still in the hands of the hooker. It's 2 or 3 metres away now. This will be very difficult to stop. That's been taken down legally, says the referee, so England students will have to play from here and they'll keep it tight. Forwards now just rolling up their sleeves, driving for that try line, taken down by Emily Russell.
Tackle release now, both sides.
Has to get herself out of there. Just pick and go by the England students. Referee having a very close look here. Spin and diving towards the line there, Ellie Roberts, but still just short. And the ball comes squirting out. Has that been knocked on? I think it has. The referee just waiting to see if UKAF could pounce on that. But we'll come back for the scrum, and UKAF just holding on.
I think that's great defence by UKAF, really unfortunate for the England students. We had a great driving maul there. Alana Bainbridge doing her job perfectly well at the back, controlling it, steering it, keeping tight hold of that ball. However, we just lost a little bit of connection at the front of that maul, and ultimately that's what led to the knock-on.
Routes! Bind! Set!
The UKAF scrum 5 metres from their own try line. England students trying to put pressure on. Back it goes again from Josie Parnaby to Philippa Griffiths. Unable to make an awful lot of ground. I think the referee will now call for the water break. Clock just ticking over the 20-minute mark. So first quarter played here at Cobham Rugby Club in the heart of Sussex, and it's England students who lead by 17 points to 0, 3 tries. Amy, you can take us through the action in that first 20 minutes now.
Yeah, I think the first try, we can see here, we identified the gaps and she took that gap really well, identifying soft shoulders, and was able to land that underneath the post. So I think that's really good physical determination from her there. Again, same here. Everything that forwards want to do, we want to go forward and have physical collisions. And Sarah here just put her head down, put her head through a gap, kept the leg drive going, and again a great try from her for England students. I think England students are noticing a lot the lack of defenders on the short side. So allowing to attack that then can give them good go forward, and a great try from Morgan Burke.
Almost intercepted, and I think if it had been, it would have been a UKAF try at the other end. I think it was Jess McCauley came out the line and didn't have any other options really, but couldn't quite pluck the ball from there. Morgan Burke going in for the students' third try, one of which was converted by Erin Sinclair, a second row. Hartpury University player taking on kicking duties. How would you sum up that first 20 minutes, Amy?
I think we can definitely see there's some outstanding physical efforts. Both forward packs are fronting up, having go forward, seeing a gap and running towards it. On the flip side of that, defensively, both sides are fronting up. I think this has been a really great 20 minutes of rugby so far. What I'd like to see going forward is how England students can keep that momentum going forward, and alternatively how UKAF can challenge them.
UKAF have had very little possession to speak of so far. They'll be desperate to get hands on the ball. What little ball they've had has been really inside their 22. They've been up against it in defence, just with the speed with which English students are playing. That ball away from the breakdown very quickly. Both sides having a well-earned water break here, and we mentioned it briefly in the build-up, but the fact that England students side returned after, I think it was a 20-year hiatus, unfunded, and I gather, I'm very grateful to UKAF. I think have helped fund a training camp this week. I think they've been training at Aldershot.
Yeah, so similar to last year, the England students stay on site at Aldershot. Very kindly, UKAF offer up the facilities and the space for them to stay, to train. Again, like you said, being unfunded. All the staff here are on volunteers, so they give up their own time to come here, and I think that's a credit to themselves, and just goes to show how special this programme is, and how special it is for not just the players but for the staff as well.
Well, you mentioned the staff there. We'll maybe save this for our second half water break, because you spoke glowingly of Andrew Ford, the head coach, who, now remind me, he's the head coach at Hartpury University, where you went as well. So you worked with him both at, I think you were his captain, or you not, at Hartpury, and then co-captain with England students.
Yeah, so in my final year of university studies last year, I was captain of Hartpury University, and that was a great year in itself. And then my university life ended with being co-captain with Naomi Brennan for the England students. So yeah, great relationship with Andrew Foy. He's a great guy, and we can touch more upon that later.
Yes, because I think he's got a fairly, I don't know if unique is the right word, but just his approach to bringing a team together, because that's always one of the challenges. I mean, he'll have had them for this 1 week, and it's credit to him. You can see in the first 20 minutes, and to his broader coaching team as well. But just how well they've managed to put the team together. They all seem to be on the same page.
Yeah, it's always difficult, I think, only having 5 days to prepare ahead of this fixture. New faces, new names, learning how each other work as a person as well as a rugby player. So it's really difficult, but they've all rose to the occasion, and it's a great opportunity for them and all the staff.
UKAF with an extra week under their belt, training together, and then that game last Saturday at Doncaster, they defeated North East Women as part of that Military versus Cancer Armed Forces Day rugby event, scoring 5 tries in the process. But we've not seen anything of UKAF really as an attack as yet, as we get back to action in the second quarter. They're on defensive duties again, with that England students line out functioning well. Them all looking very organised, trundling towards the try line. Surely must go over. UKAF trying to pile bodies in there, but almost impossible to stop. The referee awards the try. Well, this time we've seen the pace of the England student side. This time it's all about the power of the pack.
Yeah, I think that's a great try from the forwards pack there. Alana Bainbridge at the back of that maul again, just like the line-out before, controlled it really well, did her job very well, protecting that ball and got over the line. All the forwards there were connected, which gave a great platform. So a really great team try there for the forwards.
Well, you did say you were sure Alana Bainbridge would get on the score sheet. She duly has. England students hooker. Toughest of conversion attempts for Erin Sinclair. 10 metres in from the left-hand touchline, catches that nicely. That is a wonderful kick. Up go the flags. Adds the 2 extras. And England students lead by 24 points to 0.
Yeah, she'll be happy about that one, Erin. That's a good one for her. She'll be happy about that.
The line out functioning very well for England students. Threatened from a 1 or maybe 10 minutes ago over on the far side, but the maul got a bit disconnected. This time really well set, hovering over the line, and then no messing about from the restart, just thumping that ball into touch down the England students' right hand touchline. But UKAF with rare possession inside the England students' half. Let's see what they can make of this. Sam West to throw into the line out. Racing to the front, but couldn't be taken cleanly. Has come back on the England student side. So more defending to be done for UKAF. I would have expected their chance to attack. It's there for Sophie Moulton. Out to Rebecca Jackson. She's not afraid to take that ball into contact when needed, and does well to get the ball away to the forwards. And there's space in behind, stabbed through. It's a nicely judged kick, chased by Eva Sterrett. A horrible bounce for Jess McCauley, the UKAF fullback. I think this might well come back on the student side. The referee is playing a knock-on advantage. Well, that really was a horrible bounce for poor Jess McCauley at the back, but it was a good kick and good vision.
As they're all walking over for the scrum now, I can see that we've got Izzy van der Straten on. I believe she's replaced Hannah Sams, so this will be her first scrum of the game. So it'll be good to see how she manages it and how she handles it.
Izzy van der Straten, the University of Bristol players, well, the only representative, in fact, from Bristol.
Crouch!
Wearing
Fine.
18, tight head side of this scrum. Certainly not weakened the scrum. Inching forward and out it goes into the midfield, and Sophie Langford again straightens into contact. Quick ball once more for Moulton. Ellie Roberts charging onto that, stopped just short. But the students inches away and over they go. Try number 5, and all came from the scrum. Van der Straten certainly doing her job.
Seven. Yeah, your tapes come off your earpiece. Suggest you sort of got those out. We've got one on the other side.
Yeah, unbelievable. She's just come on, had her first scrum of the game, and definitely added weight to it, added strength to it. And that try ultimately came from that scrum, having great strength, going forward, going through, and ultimately led to her getting on the score sheet as well. So super happy for Izzy van der Straten.
So Isabel van der Straten on for probably no more than about 30 seconds. Shears the ball comes out on the England students' side of the scrum, and then powers over under the posts for the try. Sinclair unsuccessful again with the conversion. 29 points to 0 the students now lead.
When you're ready, Purple.
UKAF will be desperate to get some possession as Courtney Pursglove sends that ball into the 22, and UKAF will try and keep the students penned in here. Coming forward to pile 2 players into defence there as Pursglove comes racing up from the backfield. Students finding space again down there. Left hand flank ball inside, into forward pass, but the referee plays on as away again goes number 8 Ellie Roberts. Oh, and she's got her winger on the outside, Eva Sterrett, who will go in for her second try. Lovely play, the skills from Ellie Roberts. The 2 co-captains combining, and that's 2 quick fire tries in the space of about a minute for England students.
I don't think there's any true representative other than leading from the front, leading the team from the front. Great carry down the wing there by Ellie Roberts and finishing it off.
So Eva Sterrett, who opened the scoring after only 3 minutes, is over for her second try 25 minutes later. The work of Ellie Roberts as Sinclair again just pushes that ball to the right.
I think what's good to see from this try is that England students are offering layers, offering different options in their attack. We can see we've got support players. Initially we had Molly Allen popping the ball from the floor, so I think it's good to have those options and keeping that momentum alive in the game as well.
I thought there was just a hint of a forward pass as the students broke out from the 22, shifting the ball out to the left from the restart. Beautifully timed pass from Ellie Roberts to Sterrett. So it was in the hands of that left wing. Try never in doubt. However, forward pass, so will be possession to UKAF from the scrum. A good attacking position, but a short break in play for an injury to one of the UKAF players. Students, well, recognition of space and ability to get it there. I think that UKAF defence perhaps just a little tight. It came from the previous try. I think came from the restart, and the students very quickly realising where the space was, and the the skill to get it there, and then the pace to exploit the opportunity.
You misunderstood the question, the statement.
Yeah, I think UKAF are just scrambling a little bit in defence, maybe not talking to each other enough to pull players out, and ultimately England students are recognising that space, giving missed passes, giving loop passes to get that ball into space as fast as they can.
Yeah. Mark about where I am. Gonna be here. Forward pass, scrum, have ball.
It's sad to see Emily Russell of RAF promoted from the bench last week at Doncaster into the starting number 3 jersey. Up to the sidelines. So Emily Russell will play no further part in this game. A change to confirm who has come on in the UKAF front row.
Mind!
We'll have to go straight to work.
Set!
It's scrum time.
Ball's out.
Josie Parnaby has to hurry that ball away to Philippa Griffiths down the left-hand side of the scrum. I think it's Lauren Evans who has come on in the front row. I see Jenna Hughes on, also wearing 16, so perhaps a change at hooker for UKAF.
Tackle
To just
roll
go
right.
through some phases here, very little time with ball in hand. Courtney Pursglove just right in front of us here on the right-hand side. I think she has some space in front of her. Eva Sterrett, who she's up against, would agree. She's calling players around the corner in defence, but UKAF instead off to the left through the forwards. It's a good carry, quick ball for Josie Parnaby. Good footwork. Ball comes squirting out, but no knock on. It's been snapped up though by England students. UKAF have to hurriedly reorganise in defence, and there's space to the right again. Good recognition of it. Players on the left indicating that's where the space was, but a rare occasion. The England students' skills letting them down. The ball's been knocked on, so we'll have another UKAF possession inside the students' territory.
He wasn't charging the back at all. Forward, square and straight, okay?
This is a good opportunity here now for UKAF women to get a good strong scrum. They're in England students' half, so hopefully they can capitalise on that and get some points on the scoreboard.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Scrum just inside the 22, holds firm. Out it comes again to Philippa Griffiths. It's been snaffled, it has, by England students.
Don't hold her in, England, don't hold her
Just
in.
a second too slow to the breakdown. Students pounce, regain possession. However, it's been knocked on. The referee playing an advantage, snapped up by UKAF, so they will have another opportunity. Into the last 5 or 6 minutes of this first half. Courtney Pursglove again calling for the ball. It's kicked through, chased by Pursglove.
Yeah.
The bounce unkind. Bounces into touch, will come back for the scrum.
I think as we come to the end of the first half, both teams are getting a little bit frantic. Coming into these last 8 minutes now, then it's who can gain control, keep that control, and find the momentum then going forward.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Powerful drive by the England student scrum.
One and across.
chance of a penalty. Will allow Rebecca Jackson thump that ball down the right hand touchline, just short of halfway.
In games like these today, set pieces is huge for both sides. It determines who can gain momentum and could determine who gets the points on the board. From that scrum, Izzy van der Straten there kept her patience and drove through at all times. So that's really good technique from her.
The scrum working well, line out has been, but misfiring on that occasion gives possession back to UKAF.
You're on the floor making a tackle.
Poundstone as the ball came
Number 10 on the floor making
out the
a
ruck,
tackle.
I think illegally, so UKAF penalty. UKAF have seen just a little bit more of the ball in the last 5 minutes, starved of possession in the opening half hour. Another chance this time from the line out.
Line's yours, England.
Well taken by Heidi Silcox in the back of the UKAF line out.
No hands, 10.
And UKAF punching up in the midfield. Out it goes to Philippa Griffiths, looking to go a bit wider there, but the England students' defence coming racing up. Big tackle on Hannah McCabe. Pushes the turnover, loose pass again, but goes back. First glove racing forward to make the tackle on Ellie Roberts. England students looking for space through Sophie Moulton down the blind side. Morgan Burke has to come in and play scrum half. Just uses the forwards, allows Sophie Moulton to get back into position at scrum half, and then space beside the breakdown. England students taking advantage of that. Right to Rebecca Jackson again, who's pulled the strings well at 10 for the student side.
Tackle roll now, purple.
It's a good tackle by UKAF. Jade Mullen in there, trying to cause havoc. One of the try scorers last week, but it's still the students up into the 22. Another raid deep inside UKAF territory, recycled quickly again. UKAF defence well set, but not getting any time to come forward. Students just playing on top of them all the time in possession. Round the corner comes Izzy Newnes-Smith. Can't take the ball with her though.
Absolutely fine there. No one to knock on.
Knocked on, UKAF scrum.
I think this is something England students are trying to get at, given that ball on the line. Keep hold of it as long as they can, and then giving that pass to that support player. However, in that case, it just didn't pay off for them.
You could just see there were holes starting to appear in the UKAF defence. They breathed a huge sigh of relief that that ball was knocked on by the England students' blindside flanker. Scrum didn't go well for them. Early engagement though by the England students 8.
Free kick, it's early, white push. White.
It's a free kick, which of course can't be kicked directly. Well, it can be kicked directly to touch, but it would be an England students throw into the line out. Philippa Griffiths just bangs it off down the middle of the field. Nobody at home there for England students. Morgan Burke has to quickly race back into her 22. UKAF trying to keep the students penned back inside their own territory, but again finding space down that right hand touchline. Tackle just in front of their replacement bench. Forward comes Jade Mullen leading the defence for UKAF, but there's spaces in the midfield, and it's Erin Sinclair. We've seen mostly kicking conversions.
Ball's out.
Strong carry by the second row. almost plucked from the air this time by Courtney Pursglove. Knocked on by the right wing, and that will allow Eva Sterrett to go in for her hat-trick. Races round behind the posts at the end of this first half. 3 tries for Eva Sterrett.
Yeah, that's a great try down the wing there by Eva Sterrett. Erin Sinclair with the break down the middle allowed England students to gain that momentum, and as soon as she made that carry and made that pass, she was there supporting the player at that breakdown, and that's the sort of stuff that takes her talent. That's the effort that England students were looking to get out this week. Great take by Sophie Langford there, one hand on the ball, and too easy for England students to score that in the corner. All that space in front of them. Great try by Eva.
Sinclair again raises the flags, takes the score to 41 points to 0. Eva Sterrett opening the scoring 3 minutes into the half for England students, and then scoring the last 2 tries in the half, bookending the opening 40 minutes. 13 minutes between her last 2 scores, which just tells you that that UKAF had worked their way into the game, unable to make anything of their possession inside England students' territory. It's given them something just perhaps to take into half-time, but a very healthy lead for the England student side at the break. It's UKAF 0, England students 41. We'll have a look at some of that first half action just shortly, but you can watch our Crown in Contact series on the UK Armed Forces Rugby YouTube channel, which takes you behind the scenes with stories from across the forces and the moments that make military rugby special. Here's a teaser of what you can expect from Series 2, which will be available soon. UK Armed Forces taking on the German national side for the 2nd successive year. A reminder, Germany came out on top last year.
And just as we talk about these teams, here they come out onto the field. Germany in black, UKAF in white.
2 teams lining up in an act of remembrance. Well, here we go then, referee gets the match underway. Numbers out on the left, and UKAF will go in for the opening try. It's Emi Korowale who scores his 8th try for UKAF. Oh, here they go over the try line, referee on the spot, and Germany with their first try. Hands off the last defender, what a run by Emi Korowale. His 2nd try of the match, adds the 2 extras. The referee Ian Kai blows for half-time in the end of what has been an enthralling first half. Referee Ian Kai gets the 2nd half started. They can go through the middle of the breakdown and they're over that try line to the backs, and almost there. There's Volpe, over it they go. They have scored the try. They go through the middle of the breakdown. Powering towards the try line. Well, the referee, no hesitation in going under the post. It was taken down illegally. Justin Rank, the captain, shown a yellow card. And through goes the captain, Justin Rank.
Jack Johnson strikes it.
Yes!
You can hear the full-time whistle there. Congratulations to Germany, who eke out a 29-24 win. Commiserations, but well done to all the UKAF players. And let's not forget, whilst the result is one thing, the event is absolutely another. And we're here not just to remember those that have been and gone in years of old, but also most recently and specifically this evening, to remember our teammate, friend, colleague, Stefan Rees.
Well, as you may have guessed, that was not our Crown and Contact series. In fact, that was a look back at last year's remembrance fixture at Kingsholm Stadium in Gloucester, where we had a very close and exciting match. And UKAF will once again face Germany in the remembrance fixture at Kingsholm in November. Now, we'll let you have a look at our Crown and Contact series in just a little while, but let's have a look back over the first half action. 7 tries, 3 conversions for England students. Amy, you can take us through them now.
Yeah, we've got the first try that started it off, started a good lead for England students with that dominance through the middle, identifying soft shoulders. As we spoke about earlier, the forwards are fronting up, dominant carries, head through gaps, leading to that second try. Again, I may be biased, but a great try from the hooker here, doing her job at the back, steering that maul and just dotting it down over the line there. Spoke about her quite a bit, but Izzy van der Straten, not been on the pitch for that long. She started off with a great scrum and finished with this try under the post there. We have the team up of both co-captains today, Eva, Sterrett, going over the line for that try there, identifying the space, just attacking it. Great reach from Sophie Langford. Again, too easy for England students. 20 metres of space out there. And Eva Sterrett goes in again for another try. As we go into the second half now, it'll be good to see UKAF manage the challenge of defensively pulling the space. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 tries there come from identifying the gaps.
So an impressive first half showing by England students, a chance for UKAF women to regroup in the changing rooms. Both sides have gone in for some well-earned shade and a drink. We can now have a look at the Crown and Contact series teaser, and then we'll have a very short break before second half action. UK Armed Forces taking on the German national side for the second successive year. A reminder, Germany came out on top last year.
And just as we talk about these teams, here they come out onto the field. Germany in black, UKAF in white.
2 teams lining up in an act of remembrance. Well, here we go then, referee gets the match underway. Numbers out on the left, and UKAF will go in for the opening try. It's Emi Korowale who scores his 8th try for UKAF. Oh, here they go over the try line, referee on the spot, and Germany with their first try. Off the last defender, what a run by Emi Korowale. His second try of the match adds the 2 extras. The referee Ian Kai blows for half time in the end of what has been an enthralling first half. Referee Ian Kai, it's the second half started. They can go through the middle of the breakdown and they're over that try line to the backs and almost there. There's Vol, over it they go. They have scored the try. They go through the middle of the breakdown. Reece Williams powering towards the try line. Well, the referee, no hesitation in going under the post. It was taken down illegally. Justin Rank, the captain, shown a yellow card. And through goes the captain, Justin Rank.
You can hear the full-time whistle there. Congratulations to Germany, who eke out a 29-24 win. Commiserations, but well done to all the UKAF players. And let's not forget, whilst the result is one thing, the event is absolutely another. And we're here not just to remember those that have been and gone in years of old, but also most recently and specifically this evening to remember our teammate, friend, colleague, Stefan Ries.
I don't know why it was in the right part of the house. So it wasn't when I checked back with one my car, and then all of a sudden, that's what I'm saying, it swapped to your car. Now obviously you can't shut off the car. I didn't know that. So I suppose some of this I've seen it grow really, you know, to go to a couple of thousand now. So I'm taking the first drop of stuff I was in for it. Probably that.
Attack day is much more fun, isn't it? They've played a lot sort of coming one way and drifting, so we're going to look at recognising the shape and then how we stay square and beat it. It's a strength in us that we should be using. So if we can recognise the shape early and move the ball there, the gas we've got out wide, what we're trying to do is leave space for them to actually operate in. That's the idea, is using players in the middle and the decent ball handlers that we've got to move that ball, but in a way that sits defenders out and takes them out of the line. The first stipulation I'm going to give you is you can't run any shape, it's just got to be hands. Okay, so have a play around with your depth and your timing to beat that defence. You should be able to beat it because you're going to be 5v3. Ideally what you want to see is them get deep and organise. Oh, it's on, it's on, it's on. They started working it out, didn't they? The success rate went up, so we tried to make it a bit harder. And they worked it out, they're using their shape, which is nice.
This is now kind of what it's all about, I think, whether it's the Barbars-esque or whether you get to RDRC and you see it more in a sort of Lions context. We should be picking and are picking and want to try and pick the best people in the services to play in a team to go and win that.
We talk about remembrance, we talk about what this game is all about. You've got to understand and take that away in your own way. We all deal with things in different ways, but just understand what it is we are about. That's what makes us different. Whether it's light blue, whether it's dark blue, or whether it's red, it's irrelevant. This is a special game for us, and we have to understand that journey that we're going on together, but also what's gone on in the past. All right, guys?
What's the matter? You're worrying about things. Oh, yes, you. What's the matter, isn't it? So he has been to every one of our matches.
since we've both been playing and had him, obviously. And he's in like every team photo since I had him and we came back to our first season at IS. So it's a great little thing to show when he grows up. Like, he's been at every single team. He's been with England under-20s, England students, French Army, RAF, Navy.
So a look there at Crown in Contact, Series 2 coming out shortly. That's part 2 of this match. Cobham RFC in the southeast of England in the heat. England students on a healthy 41 point still advantage at the break. 7 tries, 3 conversions for Erin Sinclair. It's England students with possession early in this second half. There's Izzy van der Straten, one of the try scorers in the first half of the carry. Lovely hands by Sophie Langford, and she releases Izzy Newton-Smith, and she had Nicola Davenhill outside her, but the blindside flanker doesn't need the assistance, angles back in towards the posts. And with the second half barely a minute old, they're in for their 8th try. Izzy Newton-Smith, the scorer.
That was a great, very well prepared try. We can see from the replay that England students are offering up so many layers. The backing behind each player there, and identified that space again, just like the first half, and Izzy goes over for a try there. That's a great try from England students.
Just back there.
Well, Erin Sinclair lines this one up. You can maybe quickly tell us why she's kicking today, Amy.
Yeah, so I had a brief conversation with Erin's mum, lovely woman, and she said that during the week they had a competition to see who would get the most conversions, and the winner was Erin, and that is ultimately why she's kicking today. So, yeah, fair play.
Well, kicking pretty well. 50% success rate, 4 from 8. Second row from Hartpury University, adding the 2 extra points takes the score to 48 points to 0. A quick reminder, the 2 sides met last year at Aldershot in August, with the students winning 74 points to 22. So I think UKAF probably knew they were always going to be up against it today, and we've seen the quality throughout that England student side. Fit, fast.
Options.
Set piece strong. Handed possession there by UKAF, with the restart not going 10.
Hold the weight. Make sure we take the hit. UKAF.
Typically have your head stuck right in the middle of this scrum, Amy. But division. Right hand side here. I do wonder if students will swing to the right through the 8 and 9. Probably prove me wrong here. Let's look for Ellie Roberts,
Bind!
the co-captain at the base of this England student scrum, to come right with Sophie Moulton. Just about guarantees they'll go left. Yes, they do. And there we go. And to Rebecca Jackson, who's looked very classy wearing that 10 jersey, making good ground into the 22. Through the hands again of Jackson to the forwards, zigzagging their way down that left-hand touchline. Referee Rob Hitch indicating a forward pass in there.
13, throwing the ball at play.
In fact, he was awarded a penalty to UKAF.
Yeah. England 4. It's up. Yeah.
Neither of us 100% sure what that was for. UKAF will be very grateful. The penalty kicked into touch.
UKAF, how many nines?
Over on the far side.
Back it. Keep going.
So UKAF wearing their purple jerseys. England students in white. It's been knocked on at the line out, so just hands possession back to the student side.
On the 15. Ball's not good, the line up.
Before they set up for the scrum, I can see our 10, Becca Jackson, wearing a underskin, and I really don't know how she's doing that in this weather, but from getting to know her at Hartpury University, she always plays a match in that white underskin, so I bet she's super hot.
Crouch!
She certainly looked classy with ball in hand. Distributed well. Not afraid to go into contact when she's had to.
Sort it out, otherwise I'll do it for you. Mark's there.
Yes, any additional clothing. I'm not sure how she's coping with that out there. It is incredibly warm here. Over 30 degrees.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Right, I'm not going to guess what they might do from this scrum, as in guarantee I will be wrong, but it's a solid scrum. It's there for Sophie Moulton. In behind, then lobbed over the top to Morgan Burke. Finds Nicola Davenhill on the outside, angles towards the corner flag, chased all the way. And she has been knocked off the table, right in the corner.
You just sort out that flag for, did it?
That's lovely defence by UKAF there, scrambling to get back, covering that space. Incredible work rates there, incredible effort to stop Nikki from scoring in the corner.
Oh, it's been snaffled though by England students, so UKAF still under pressure. It's with the students forwards. Driven into contact. UKAF throwing everything into defensive duties. Never taken a backward step. They've been under the cosh for most of this match. Once again, desperately defending their goal line. Now they'll go a bit wider. Kicked across field. Rebecca Jackson off the left boot. Doesn't quite get that right, and it's been won by Courtney Pursglove. UKAF right wing. Great work by Pursglove. So much more of the ball.
Tackle release.
Last week, one of 5 try scorers. Victory over North East women, Doncaster.
Ball's available there. You're penning her in.
Back again to Philippa Griffiths. He just tries to buy some relief but can't quite get the ball into touch, and back come England students. It's just relentless through the hands of Sophie Moulton. And away again goes Ellie Roberts, classy looking number 8.
For me, it's not backwards by purpose, it's a line out the white ball.
Denied again.
Knocked backwards by the purpose, going backwards the line out, white ball.
UKAF defence. Looks like Jay Ash there, one of the standout players last week at Doncaster, on the bench today. The England students line out again, functioning well. And once more funneled back into the hands of Alana Bainbridge. Amy Dale, last year's hooker, the side mate, peering round the corner, urging Bainbridge on, but UKAF seem to have stopped this, and I think Sophie Moulton should be asked to play away. It's still inching forward. In fact, Moulton adds her weight to the drive. It goes down, and referee having a very close look. Pick and dive for the try line. And the score is awarded. And it's a brace for Izzy van der Straten.
Yeah, I think from the moment Izzy came on, she added her superpowers, she added her strength. her ability to do strong ball carries. Started out with that maul, again, great patience, great work from all the forwards there. Alana steering it at the back. When it went down, didn't try and force anything, and Izzy saw that gap, picked up that ball and dotted it over the whitewash.
So desperate UKAF defence, denying England students on 2 occasions, but eventually the dam breaking, and Izzy van der Straten once again showing her power, the University of Bristol player. Over for her second try, her side's 9th score of the day. Change in kicker, Sophie Langford, the Exeter Uni. Can't add the extras, so 53 points to 0 the scoreline, with about 9 minutes played of this second period.
Yeah, there's no stopping Izzy there when she's that far out from the try line. Such a strong ball carrier, such a strong player.
When you're ready.
Great pick and go there.
Dogged defence by UKAF, but as you say, that is almost impossible to stop. A tight head prop from close range like that.
First one from White.
Knocked on by England students inside their 22, so UKAF scrum over on their right hand side. So Jay Ash, who started wearing 11 last week. The UKAF top performers lurking over here just in front of our commentary position. We'll be desperate to get ball in hand.
Yeah, I'll step back. I'll stick to your left, I think, anyway. Time.
I feel for the forwards today, having to scrum in this heat. It can be really exhausting, really tiring. It's all about keeping the patience for both sides here, sticking to set piece, sticking to their process, and buying in to the scrum for 10, 15 seconds, however long it is.
Yeah, let's go.
Very healthy crowd here, enjoying the sunshine as well as the game.
Crouch!
This
Fine.
breeze has just picked up slightly, just keeping us
Set!
a little cooler than we were in the first half. Again, the
Balls
pressure
out.
coming on from England students, but it's away from the UKAF scrum. And look to go wide. Jay Ash waiting on the ball here. Now she will have a go. Cuts back in off her left foot. Shows her strength as it takes 3 students to bring her down.
Hands on.
Slow ball though for Josie Parnaby. To Ella Johnson. Met by stiff England students' defence. Jade Mullen in now at first receiver. She started at 10 last week against North East Women. Slotted in there again now.
Yeah.
We said that we were
Still your advantage
So
tonight.
UKAF just outside the England students' 22. Still looking for that first score.
Still your advantage, purple. 18 offside.
Well, Jade Mullen not hanging around. Quick tap. Off she goes and finds Sinead Skillen. Gets hands on the ball for the second time in the space of about 20 seconds. Added something in terms of the pace with which she's running onto the ball. This is better from UKAF, making ground through their carries. Now they'll look to release the back division. Well, it just didn't bounce up for Jess Macaulay.
Yeah.
The referee was again playing an advantage as Sophie Moulton intercepted. Back for another penalty. And again Jade Mullen just with the tap. Back inside to Ella Johnson. One of 5 try scorers last week, driven towards the try line. Can they get themselves over the whitewash? The referee on the spot. That's been held up, so UKAF denied.
I think we've seen a real clear shift of momentum here by UKAF. It's great to see that they're taking different options, rather than choosing a line out or a scrum, they're taking the quick tap because they can see England students' backs are turned. So yeah, great shift of momentum and just what they needed coming into the 55th minute of the match.
Yeah.
Jade Mullen
10-7,
looks
1
like she
and
has
14,
just
all being
shifted
subbed.
in a place to where she started last week. The Army player. Just 2 quick taps from penalties, bringing the forwards into the game. Strong carries, just putting that England students' defence on the back foot. 4 changes for England students.
Try and drop up.
Goal line drop out, hit low. Well, it might work, it's just going to roll into touch over on the far side.
There you go.
Line up.
Lauren Evans relaying the instructions to the hooker. UKAF line out has been under pressure, but well, England students don't go up to challenge, but can't be taken cleanly by UKAF. So the students do come up with possession.
Roll 8.
It's the phase with the forwards. Dropped off again for Ellie Roberts, throwing herself into contact, but a huge tackle.
9 pounds advantage.
Certainly very physical. Sophie Langford
It's in me,
wearing
take it
12. Her opposite number. They just tap and keep things moving. We'll come back. Referee not happy with that. Rob Hitch come back for the penalty.
There's definitely been some words had in the changing rooms for UKAF women. They've come in to the second half with a real fight, a real hunger to go at England students physically and technically. We had a good shot there from Jade Mullen, and they're just wanting to ask those questions and challenge England students.
There have been some big collisions.
Fine.
Players often complaining about the artificial surfaces, but they certainly won't be today. A reminder, this game was due to be played at Farnham, but the pitch unplayable, the dry weather just too hard. We'll be very glad of the artificial surface today. So England students a bit untidy. No knock on, picked up by one of the try scorers, Izzy Newnes-Smith. We've seen her pace. Drives into contact. Sophie Moulton has to go in to secure possession. Van der Straten charging into contact again. Ball goes loose, I think being knocked on by England students, so UKAF quickly try to switch into attacking shape. There's a boot, and I think it is Izzy van der Straten's. Jade Mullen looks for space but can't get it over the head of Eva Sterrett, who will just carry this ball back. Already scored a hat-trick in the first half, bookending that first 40 minutes of the try after 3 minutes, and then a brace at the end of the first half.
Water break.
3 of 7 tries scored by England students in the first period, and just the 2 so far in the second half. Izzy Newnes-Smith and Izzy van der Straten. We've played about 17.5 minutes, but the referee has decided everybody is warm enough and we'll have another water break. Thoughts on the opening 17-18 minutes then of the second half, Amy?
Yeah, it's been really great to see that both sides have come into this second half with a bit more of a edge about them. UKAF women have fronted up physically, offering some different layers to it in their attack, but also adding that additional strength and defence. England students have just been clinical again, finishing off great parts of play. I think as we approach the latter half of this second half, it's about who can keep the control. like we've mentioned before, it's warm weather out here today. Hopefully we can keep the errors down. As the more fatigued players will get, errors will start to creep in. Having this water break now allows them to regroup and go again for the last 20 minutes.
It took England students 27 minutes to score their first 6 tries. There's a 13-minute gap before their 7th one, and I think perhaps the heat was slowing everybody down, but you could see UKAF were working their way back into the game, and just the 2 scores in the opening 17 minutes of this second half, where UKAF have been much more competitive, had a bit of ball in hand. They've thrown themselves into defensive duties. It's certainly been physical, played at quite a pace. Now, we did mention Andrew Ford, the England students' head coach. He said one of his superpowers is the way he just helps a team gel in what they had, 5 days or so of preparation.
Yeah, I think Fordy loves what he does. He's very passionate about his work. I've worked with him at Hartpury University last season, and England students as well in August last year, and he loves it. He loves what he does. He's passionate about it, and that really shines bright in everything he does. He wants to create a family, and that was something we wanted to get at last season, and he wanted to bring that in this year as well, about being adaptable, being adoptive, and in those first 2 days coming into this camp, he really gets at that, and I think that's a credit to him. How he is as a person, he loves it. He builds great relationships, great connections, and he gives his life to rugby. So yeah, he's a great guy, great coach.
Assisted by Poppy Leach, who we heard from at the start, former Exeter player, head coach of University of Exeter, in fact. For UKAF women, Ward Officer Class 2 Sarah Mitchelson is also the Army head coach, leading with UKAF women. Take her side to victory last weekend against North East women at Doncaster. And we had a cracking day of action at the Military versus Cancer Armed Forces Day rugby event, under 23s. The women and the men all in action. And the women scoring 5 tries in their 31-17 victory over the North East side. Ella Johnson, Jade Mullen, Monty Pursglove and Ellie Brightwell all feature today on the scoreboard. Orla Proctor, sadly injured during last weekend's game. I can see her across on the far side, but unavailable for selection. Quality player. UKAF, we've missed her today.
Crouch.
So back to the action of the scrum.
Set.
UKAF feed. It looks like Courtney Pursglove wearing 14 in at scrum half now. I'll just check that in a second. I know that Jade Mullen has shifted in a place to fly half, looking for space in behind, but that's taken well by Morgan Burke. Gets the ball away and then out to Sophie Moulton. Wrapping round the corner there was Emily Lunn, Brunel University. Didn't get the ball from Moulton. It's another powerful carry. It looks like Evie Haskell on at scrum half, but Sophie Moulton, I think, has moved out onto this right wing, wearing 9. There's a bit of reorganisation in the England students' ranks.
Back.
Ball going loose, but no knock on. Still with England students, and this time charging onto the ball is Isla Tomroy. Quickly recycled out to Emily Lunn, over the top to Ellie Roberts, finds Sophie Moulton on the right wing. She's taken down, and a good tackle inside the 22. Tip on pass from Anna Richardson to Pomroy again, the referee playing an advantage. UKAF reorganising in defence and again throwing everything into these tackles. 2 players in there, coming racing forward. Catching England students behind the gain line, but just leaving space on the outside. And England students taking full advantage, racing in to the left-hand corner. Let's try number 10.
Yeah, safe to say the girls are having such fun out there today, scoring tries. Great try in the corner, in the far corner over there. I think 40 will be really happy with this result so far. 58-0, hopefully soon to be 60, coming into the 60th minute of the game.
I'll just try and get you that try scorer in a second. Very difficult to see on our screens here, Amy. Sun incredibly bright. I'm not going to complain about that though. Quick look at it here. Let's see if we can. I think it is Eva Sterrett. And if we're going to guess anybody, we would just say it's Eva Sterrett. I think she has gone in, the left wing and the co-captain, for her 4th try. What a performance from the University of Exeter winger. Perhaps not done yet. We're into the final quarter of this game. Here go the students again. Molly Allen in possession. Nice to release her winger on the outside.
Back.
See Sterrett involved in the action. Well, that ball goes loose. It's been snapped up by UKAF. And a chance perhaps from them to strike from their side of halfway.
Roll now, 21.
England students doing a good job of quickly transitioning into defence. A flat pass out into the midfield. Now UKAF referee playing an advantage here, so UKAF can roll the dice. Pursglove is in there playing at scrum half now. Switches play to the right hand side. That's quicker ball for Pursglove. Tries to break round the side of the ruck. Almost evades the clutches of the fringe defence.
Still in.
Pursglove forgot that she was scrum half there, comes racing across, but the students' defence, led by Sophie Langford, coming up very quickly.
Offside.
In fact, too quickly. Offside.
We can see UKAF's attack starting to really fit into place now. They've had a great defensive effort since coming into the second half, and it's been good to see that attacking side coming in nicely as well. This will be a big line out for them. Hopefully if they can gain the possession of this, they can build some good phases going forward into England students' half.
The line out on the England students' 10 metre line, taken at the front by UKAF. It's a good drive, but then the ball knocked on. And with England students again, they sense the space is out wide and trying to get the ball out there. Perhaps a little too hurried. Can be taken by Langford. Nicola Davenhill looking for space up the middle. Short passing. Sophie Langford decides to go into contact herself. And then Evie Haskell on at scrum half. Probing up that blind side. Quick ball for Haskell. Out to the forwards now. Nicole Waring on in 16. And the wider pass out to Chloe Benjamin. Stretching this UKAF defence again. It's a good carry by Benjamin. And they're queuing up out wide. Trying not to run out of space. It's Sterrett again. Trying to bounce her way through tackles. Now the forwards will go to work again. The referee playing an advantage. To the forwards again, and Isabel van der Straten
roll 18.
Spearheading the attack, but losing possession.
No, backbeat.
Pursglove comes in and hammers that ball downfield as far as halfway and slung across for Emily Lunt of Brunel University. Tries to find Sophie Moulton, started at scrum half, now finds herself on the right wing, chased by Jay Ash. Back inside to Sophie Langford.
No hands, no.
Play on halfway, just in front of our commentary position here, whipped away by Evie Haskell. Molly Allen, outside centre.
Purple.
Fronting tackle again. Allen slotting in at first receiver. Kicked through by Morgan Burke. I don't think she caught that quite as she would have hoped, but it rolls into touch over on the far side.
That's a hit.
Just to echo again on UKAF's defensive efforts,
England 9.
just in front of us here we've got Jade Mullen making some really dominant shots, really challenging that England student side who are starting to tire, I think. Again, in this weather it's never easy, but UKAF are definitely placing a bigger challenge on England students now.
I think that's the last we'll see of Sophie Moulton, just limping her way down the touchline in front of us. Played scrum half and wing today. Rebecca Jackson back on, wearing 10. And she'll be asked to put this ball with that left foot into the UKAF 22. Sclaffed that one off the side of the boot, but it does set up the line out for England students.
That's yours, yep. And now we've got 2.
About 15 minutes left to play at Cobham RFC in Sussex. 58 points to 0, England students lead. UKAF would dearly love a try.
Knock on from White, then White's back.
Denied earlier in the half as the ball was held up over the try line. You can see Courtney Pursglove there wearing 14, slotted in at scrum half, alongside Evie Haskell wearing 22. England students.
Stay there.
Once again, the UKAF scrum under pressure. Pursglove digs the ball out and tries to send it down the right-hand touchline. Bounces back in field, then can't be taken by England students at the back. Knocked on. And then picked up by a player in front, so penalty to UKAF. Allow them to work their way down that right-hand touchline.
That's incredible defensive effort from England students there, challenging that scrum. Unfortunately just couldn't finish it off, but a great opportunity now for UKAF to gain more possession, gain some momentum, and hopefully get a score on the scoreboard.
Right, White, edge of the mark, don't creep. UKAF, set your gap, please.
The line out just on the England student side of halfway. That's a good line out drill by UKAF out to Jade Mullen. Just drops the ball off to the forwards. Quick ball for Pursglove. This is better from UKAF. And as Hayley Scholes crashes into contact, started at fullback last week.
No hands.
That ball just comes squirting out the side of the breakdown, but England students not rolling away. There's another penalty.
13 roll, hands in. Back. Yeah, but wide for 22.
Courtney Pursglove casually chips that ball into touch on the England students 22.
Yeah, what line's yours, White?
Well, it's worked out for UKAF as Rowan Sinclair comes up with the ball. It was intended for our second row partner, Heidi Silcox at the front. Well tidied by Rowan Sinclair, former Watsonians player in Edinburgh. And they're with the Navy. And UKAF, another foray into the 22. Nice hands from the forwards. They look to play away quickly here. England students' defence under pressure. Jade Mullen tried to hurry that ball away. It's still with UKAF just outside the 22 now. Pursglove at scrum half. Out to Jenna Hughes. Just shifts that ball on one more space. Courtney Pursglove again whipped out of the left hand by Jade Mullen. Much better by UKAF, playing quickly now. You can see just how much it's stretching the England students' defence. They've not been under pressure like this so far in the game. Now the UKAF forwards go to work again. Pursglove to Mullen. Tries to find Lauren Evans. Pass just a little too high. Couldn't be taken by the replacement prop.
In that phase of play, at least 3 clear offsides, 1 marginal. There's a warning for offsides and in the 22. Have a chat, improve it, otherwise I'll do it for you.
I think we can definitely see UKAF women taking a lot of confidence now in their attack. It'll be interesting to see now how they can keep that momentum going, whether they'll take a tap penalty like they did before or a line out. Either way, if they keep the accuracy on it and keep the momentum in it, I think they've got a good chance of getting some points now.
Jade. Offside.
Some strong carries by UKAF, and you can see the difference when they get quick ball at the breakdown. We spoke a lot about the speed of the England students' ball and how much pressure it was putting the UKAF defence under. Well, the students now getting a taste of their own medicine as Lauren Evans, who just knocked the ball on a minute or two ago, goes crashing into contact, and UKAF now about 10 metres away. The flat pass from Mullen to Rowan Sinclair. Mullen gets hands on the ball again, pulling the strings nicely. At first receiver now for UKAF, 5 metres away. Pursglove goes to the forwards, and Heidi Silcox driven forward. UKAF just a metre away now, looking for that first try. Mullen just calling the forwards in a little closer. Tries to hit Lottie ball. Knocked on by UKAF, and the chance sadly goes a begging.
Yeah, that's a real shame for UKAF there. They kept their accuracy and control for about 5-7 minutes, I think it was. So that's a real shame that they just fumbled at the last second there.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So UKAF trying to put pressure on at the scrum and keep England students penned back in their 22. Managed to find space on the edge again. UKAF racing across. Jade Mullen there.
Keep going, purple.
Trademark physical defence. Taken by
Tackle,
Mrs.
release.
Sharp above her head. A bit of confusion there, but Sophie Langford making the best of it as she spins her way through contact. And quick ball again. Izzy van der Straten finds Rebecca Jackson, apologies, back on the field of play wearing 10, and up towards the UKAF 22. However, great work at the breakdown by Jay Ash in the left wing. Gets hands in the ball, wins her side a penalty.
Holding. Yeah, we use the dash line for white. Did you? Put white on the dash. Just dash line.
I always love to see as well a forward doing a nice show and go, or as many of my friends would say, if I did it, a slow and go. Always good for forwards to to think we're backs, because half the time we think we do.
UKAF line out, Jenna Hughes. Doesn't hit the jumper, but it ends up in the hands of Lottie Ball, who's done well since she came on wearing 21. And all Jade Mullen can do is take that ball into contact and recycles to Jenna Hughes. The hooker coming racing round the corner.
Nothing going to knock on. Knock on the line up.
Knocked on by England students. So UKAF again just enjoying a little more possession. I would prefer it was a bit closer to the England students' try line.
Minute and a bit. Crouch! Bind! Set!
The scrum 50 metres in from the UKAF left-hand touchline, just on their side of halfway. Pursglove out to Mullen. In behind Jay Ash, coming off her left wing, trying to inject herself into the game.
Yeah, that's a great defence set by England students. You can see they're all happy with that. Great tackle initially from Molly Allen in the middle of the field there. Very confident in that. Known Molly for a while. We grew up at the same grassroots club in the north of England at Southport RFC, and eventually found each other again at Hartpury University, so it's nice to see her really find her confidence and find her feet in this role today.
No, it's pretty much.
So England students into the corner again. And the only bit of shade on the pitch here.
No contest.
Taking that down cleanly, but they're playing away. Pass to Lucy Sharp. Replacement from Brunel University, London. He crashes over the try line for try number 11.
Yeah, so it's got to be. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. That's the time, yeah. Off this kick.
Again, echoing on from what we said earlier,
Time off this kick, okay?
our backs are wanting to keep hold of that ball as long as possible and give that little pass on the defensive line. And a lovely finish there by Lucy, going hard, going direct. Lucy from Brunel University, who have had a stormer of a year this year, so really nice to see her get the opportunity for England students today.
One of 5 Brunel representatives in the squad. Picked a lovely line. It takes the score to 63 points to 0. Well, in fact, the referee has seen enough. Blows for full time, so that will be the last act of the game. A Lucy Sharp try, conversion unsuccessful, but a very successful evening for England students. 11 tries. And UKAF gave their all, threw themselves into everything defensively. So precious little of the ball. A couple of attacks held up over the try line. Up against it, against a quality England student side. Stemmed the tide somewhat in that second period. 7 tries in the first half. It's the 4 in the second period. A thoroughly entertaining game of rugby, with both sides contributing strongly. And we can have a look back at those 4 second half tries now, the first of which was scored by Izzy Nunes-Smith.
Yeah, lovely show and go there, but again, give her that space and she'll take it. Looking at Izzy van der Strassen's game today, I think from the moment she came on, she had an absolutely strong game, from her carries to her tackles to her set piece. and just to finish it off there, getting her final try of the game with the pick and go. Really good from Izzy van der Straten today. We have another try from Eva Sterrett today. She's been phenomenal on the wing there. Again, just managed to finish, find the space and finish that off there. And our final try of today's fixture, scored by Lucy Sharp. Again, dominant carry, great line, and finishes it off in style.
So look back at 4 second half tries from England students. Now we've no player of the match to announce, Amy, but I'm interested in your thoughts just on both sides, some of the players that stood out for you today.
Yeah, I know I've mentioned her name a lot today, but I think especially from coming off the bench, Izzy van der Straten, she had a great game from a support play to a scrimmaging. I think she's definitely been a highlight of today. I think leading from the front, both of our co-captains today, Ellie Roberts and Eva Sterrett, always there offering another point of contact. Hartbury University's very own Erin Sinclair, I think she's had a great game today. Very reliable player who does all the work that you don't see, all the work off the ball. I think she gave her all today, which is great for her to see. I think looking at the UKAF women's side as well, Jade Mullen, our 12 today, she was phenomenal. She put in some great defensive efforts. I think as well, looking at those forwards, I think Ella Johnson, she was really good today. Good carries, strong tackles, and a praise to all the UKAF women in that second half coming out. It's hard to come out after being, 41 points down, coming into that second half. Really difficult, but the fact that they came out, they challenged themselves, they challenged English students, and to go from a 7-try first half to English students to only conceding 4 in the second half, that's a massive improvement. So credit to them.
Yes, one thing we know, the UKAF side will never lie down. As you say, they took a while to work their way into the game and just had very little possession. But great to see 6 new caps handed out today as well. Josie Parnaby and Philippa Griffiths starting at half-back for the first time. And then 4 from the bench, Jenna Hughes, Lauren Evans, Lottie Ball, who I thought showed up very well in the 21 jersey, and Flo Mullett. And there are a number of changes from last week's side, which won 31-17 at Doncaster, so unable to back that up. But of course that brings challenges as well, just trying to gel again with a number of new players. But great to see so many players given an opportunity over these 2 games. UKAF women normally just have the 2 fixtures in a year, and the one at Doncaster as part of the Military versus Cancer event, and then the Remembrance fixture, so an additional game for them again these last 2 years against England students, so I'm sure they're very thankful for that. So a thoroughly entertaining match here in the sunshine at Cobham Rugby Club. A late replacement as venue with the Farnham grass pitch far too hard to play on. But it certainly made for a fast and furious game of rugby here. And thank you to Amy Dale, former England students co-captain, for her input today. And that is it for our coverage. Congratulations once again to England students on their victory. 63 points to 0 over UKAF, and to both teams for providing us with some fantastic rugby this evening. From all of us here at Cobham Rugby Club, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.